It had been a tense week. My girlfriend, Laura, and I had been arguing about boundaries. She insisted it was completely normal for her to hang out with her male friends, even late into the night, without me worrying. I had agreed, wanting to be understanding, but deep down I felt uneasy. The night after one of these friendly hangouts, I tried to ignore my discomfort, telling myself it was trust. But the worry lingered, gnawing at me until I realized I needed to reclaim some control, not through anger or confrontation, but through quiet action. The next day, I made a plan. I called my new friend, James, someone I had met recently through work, someone trustworthy and respectful. I asked him to hang out, just a casual afternoon in the city, coffee, a walk, and conversation. Nothing romantic, nothing inappropriate. Just a simple friendship. When Laura found out, she laughed at first. "See? I told you it's normal," she said. "You're overreacting." But as the day progressed, I noticed a subtle shift. Laura was checking her phone more often, sending a few unnecessary messages, clearly unsettled. For the first time, she experienced what I had been feeling, the small tension, the unease, the curiosity about what the other person was doing. James and I walked through the park, talked about work, hobbies, and life. It was refreshing, a sense of freedom I hadn't realized I missed. I felt lighter, more confident, and, for the first time in a while, I wasn't constantly measuring my words or actions to appease someone else. Meanwhile, Laura was silent over text, trying to mask her discomfort with casual emojis and short replies. I didn't respond immediately. I wanted her to reflect on her own behavior, to understand boundaries in a relationship aren't just one-sided. That evening, I returned home. Laura approached me, a mix of guilt and curiosity in her expression. "You really went out with him?" she asked cautiously. "Yes," I said calmly. "Just hanging out with a friend. Nothing more." She paused. "I guess. I didn't realize how it feels when someone else is out without telling you everything." I nodded. "Exactly. Trust is mutual. And boundaries are mutual too." The week that followed was a turning point for us. We talked, truly talked, about what we expected in a relationship. We clarified what was acceptable and what crossed the line. Laura admitted that she hadn't considered how her late-night outings made me feel. I explained that my actions weren't meant as a threat, but as a way to help her understand my perspective. We found a balance, respect for personal space, but also awareness of each other's feelings. It wasn't about control, it was about partnership. Looking back, I realized the revenge I sought wasn't about drama or punishment. It was about teaching empathy through experience. Sometimes, people don't understand boundaries until they feel them themselves. And sometimes, the best way to protect your self-respect is to act calmly, confidently, and with integrity. That day, hanging out with James, wasn't just a casual meetup. It was a statement, not loud or aggressive, but firm. A statement that my feelings, my trust, and my comfort mattered. And Laura learned that respect goes both ways. Months later, our relationship grew stronger. We established clearer communication, better understanding, and mutual respect. Neither of us felt the need to test or manipulate the other. What had started as tension ended as growth, all because I chose calm action instead of conflict. Sometimes, the quietest revenge, standing firm in your values and making thoughtful choices, leaves the longest-lasting impact. And in the end, that's what truly strengthens a bond.